Welcome back to the Aussie Prepper channel and welcome back to another video. Today we will be discussing vehicle security, or more to the point, the security of you inside your vehicle. This video is not about preventing your car from getting stolen, even though some of the points that we'll discuss will probably assist in you not getting carjacked. Now this video will give you some basic guidelines on how to stay safe in your car, and these guidelines can be used all around the world. Like, I've seen some American prepper channels and they talk about handguns mounted to the door trims and AR-15s under the seat or behind the seat and all sorts of stuff. Well, most places in the world you cannot have a handgun mounted to your door trim. If you're anywhere else in the world, like in Australia where I'm based, and here you're not allowed to have any weapons in your car whatsoever, you can't even legally carry a stick, but these points that I'm going to make in this video will still apply to you as well. You need to be preventative rather than reactive. We don't even want to get to the stage where you're going to need to engage with another person into some sort of combat situation. Keep in mind, prevention is better than the cure. Now, the very first point of security in your car is that your car is roadworthy and reliable. Make sure all your headlights work, your high beam works, your horn works, your tyres are roadworthy, your tyres inflated to the right pressure so your car handles properly. Also make sure that you've always got adequate fuel in your car. So if anything happens, I've got the ability to travel quite some distance before I need to refuel. Another very important point is be familiar with your car. Know the capabilities of your car, whether you're driving a normal car, a small hatchback, a truck or four-wheel drive. Be aware of what the capabilities are. Be aware of, if I've got half a tank of fuel, how far can I drive? If I'm travelling at a certain speed, how long will my car take to stop? How quickly can I pull up? How much space do I need to turn around? How easily can I turn around? What is the off-road capability of my car? Can I drive it on dirt roads? Does it get flat tyres easily? Etc, etc. So just be aware of the capability of your car and be familiar with your car, whatever it might be. Also be aware where the jack is, the condition of your spare tyre. Make sure your spare tyre is inflated. Make sure you've got the tools there to be able to repair your tyre or at least change the tyre to the spare, and also know how to do it. Like, be capable of changing a tyre, and make sure that the jack that you've got or the tools that you have got fit your car. Don't wait till you get a flat tyre to find out that your wheel brace doesn't fit your wheel nuts, or that your jack doesn't lift your car high enough so you can get the wheel off, or that your jack doesn't go low enough once you have a flat tyre that it fits under the car so you can jack the car up. These are all common issues that you might find if you don't check. The next very important safety feature is always lock the doors of your car while you're in it. So if you're in a car park, you get in the car, make sure you lock the doors straight away, because you don't want to be sitting in the car park fumbling with your keys while someone else uninvitedly jumps into your front seat or into the back seat of your car while you're sitting there in the car park trying to get your car started. Also, if your car's parked in the car park, be aware of your surroundings. As you approach your car, have your controller, your key in your hand, and scan around to see if there's anyone watching you or anyone watching your car. Unlock the car, get in the car, close the door, lock the car. That way you're secure inside your car, and you're not going to have someone walk over, open the car door and jump in the front seat, or jump in the back seat, or even open your driver's door and drag you out the car. And also, while you're driving, your car should always be locked. You don't want to be pulling up at the traffic lights and again someone jumps into your car while you're stopped at the lights waiting for them to go green. And that brings me to the next point. So if you're driving, make sure when you pull up behind the car that's stopped, that you leave enough space between yourself and the car in front of you so that you can either drive around without having to reverse first, or you can do a U-turn without having to reverse first. That way you don't get stuck behind someone's car. If you pull up hard behind someone, then the next person pulls up hard behind you. If something happens, whatever it might be, and you just want to get out of there, you're stuck. You're stuck between the two cars, or you might have to reverse first, or someone can block you in. So it's not hard when you pull up somewhere at a set of lights to leave enough space between yourself and the car in front of you. If something does happen or you want to leave quickly, you can do that. So keep that in mind, keep that distance from the car in front of you so you can leave yourself enough space to always get out of the situation. Now that brings me to the next point. Whenever you park your car for a quick getaway. What that means is you don't drive into a parking space where you have to reverse out first before you can drive away. You reverse into the parking space so you've got a quick getaway. If you're parking somewhere in an unfamiliar area, park so that you can leave the area without having to reverse or do a three-point turn or turn around. If I drive into a car park and the exit is over there, you drive into the car park, you turn your car around, point it towards the exit, park your car. So if anything goes wrong and you need a quick getaway, you can just get in your car, or you might already be in your car, you just go. Straight away, bang. You don't have to go, I'm going to have to do a four-point turn now to turn around and try and get out. Okay? So park your car always for a quick getaway, for a straight drive out. So make this a habit. So before you park your car, you have a bit of a look around and you go, okay, that's the way out. So I want my car parked in such a way that I can just get in it and drive out. The last point that I'm going to discuss today is keep your windows up. Now in Australia, in some areas, and you know if you live in one of those areas, there's problems with people throwing rocks at cars. It seems to be happening more so in regional areas, I've found, and in a lot of small towns. So you might be driving through some small towns and people will throw rocks at your car for whatever reason. If you're an interstate truck driver, you know the places I'm talking about. If you live in one of those places, you also know the places I'm talking about. If you don't live in one of those places, well, you're probably scratching your head going, what's he talking about? But trust me, I have lived in areas where rock throwing is a real problem. So when you keep your windows up, the window is stronger than if it is halfway down. So if you have your window all the way up, it's supported by the whole window frame. If a rock hits it, it's more likely to bounce off. Whereas if the window is partly down and the rock hits it, it is more likely to break. That's just something to keep in mind. I mean, that's not saying I don't drive with my windows down. I do it all the time. But just be aware, if you're in an area where rock throwing is prevalent, wind your window up. I recently went on a road trip and I drove through a place where I know rock throwing is a problem. So before I drove through that place, I put all my windows up. And then I went all the way through town. Once I got back out on the other side, I put my windows back down. Also, if you're in the city, the other risk is that if you've got your windows all the way down, the risk is if you're pulled up at the lights, and this has happened in the past, someone will reach in, especially if you're a woman, more so because most guys that I know don't have handbags. Someone will reach in and they'll grab your handbag off the passenger seat because you've got your passenger window down. And look, like I said, I do drive with my windows down quite a lot, actually a lot of the time. But if I was going to pull up in a dodgy area at a set of lights, I put my windows up just to be safe. Now, if you have any other questions about vehicle safety / security, do me a favour, leave your question down below and I'll try and answer it to the best of my ability. If there's any videos that you want me to make or anything that you want me to explain to you, also leave a comment down below. In the meantime, if you found this video informative, do me a favour and give me a big thumbs up. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It's completely free for more videos from Aussie Prepper. Thanks for watching and bye for now.